A sparrow perched on the young man's car window to take shelter from the rain, but ended up waiting in vain. Seeing the tiny creature soaked and shivering, the young man immediately opened the window and gently brought it inside. The little sparrow behaved calmly, chirping softly in his arms, as if expressing its gratitude in its own way. Touched by the bird's intelligence and gentleness, the young man decided to take it home and care for it. Once home, worried that the sparrow might catch a chill, he placed it in a flower basket and covered it to keep it warm. He then prepared some softened food and carefully fed it using his wife's ear-cleaning spoon. The sparrow, however, did not seem fond of it, so the young man caught a few insects instead. After eating its fill, the sparrow appeared content, nestling into the young man's hand, acting affectionate and playful. It hopped into his palm, chirping cheerfully, as if thanking him for his warm hospitality, before slipping into his hand and falling asleep. The young man grew very fond of this clingy little companion and prepared a variety of foods for it every day. With such devoted care, the once tiny sparrow grew noticeably larger and healthier. Seeing that it had regained its strength, the young man began to consider releasing it back into the wild. Perhaps sensing the impending separation, the sparrow appeared reluctant to leave, lying quietly in the young man's hand, as if savoring his final moments of care. In the end, the young man released it outdoors. He thought their bond had come to an end, but to his surprise, a few days later the sparrow returned. Just as before, it perched on his hand, acting affectionate and playful. Even when it flew away, it would soon return, as if it had developed a deep attachment to him. More astonishingly, the sparrow eventually arrived with its entire family in tow. The young man did not mind at all, and would even use his wife's secret savings to buy snacks for them. Under his care, the sparrow family grew in number and gradually became part of his daily life. They would gather downstairs each day, waiting for him to appear. The moment they saw him, they would flock around him, chirping excitedly and acting cute, all in hopes of getting some food. Moved by their trust, the young man decided to set up several feeders in the yard so the birds could enjoy food at any time. The birds quickly discovered this self-service area and flocked in, turning it into a new haven. To ensure they had clean drinking water, the young man even made a small water basin. After eating, the sparrows would come to drink, and some would stay to play and splash about. The lively sounds soon attracted more birds, including intelligent crows, who also came to drink. In gratitude for the young man's kindness, one crow even plucked out a feather and presented it to him as a gift. Deeply touched by this unexpected gesture, the young man resolved to continue spreading this kindness. As word of this small paradise spread among animals, more birds arrived to eat, drink, and play. Other animals also came to share in the abundance. Despite their different species, they coexisted peacefully here. Foxes even danced together in a playful display, seemingly sharing food and joy. To allow free movement, the young man deliberately opened a small passage in the yard so the animals could come and go freely. Before long, the place had become something like a miniature zoo, filled each day with the sounds of animals' happiness.